Hello and welcome back to Flourishing in Menopause, the podcast where we explore the challenges, joys, and transformations of menopause and find natural, holistic ways to flourish through it. I'm Sonia Benita, your host, and today we're diving into a topic that many women feel but often don't talk about: loneliness during menopause. This isn't just a seasonal issue. Loneliness can deeply impact women at this stage of life, affecting emotional health, physical well-being, and even how we experience menopause symptoms. But here's the thing, you're not alone in this feeling. Today, we'll explore why loneliness happens, its effects, and most importantly, practical steps you can take to reconnect with others and with yourself. So let's get started. First off, why does loneliness hit hard during menopause? Hormonal changes such as declining estrogen can affect mood, making women more prone to feelings of isolation. And as children grow older, become more independent, mothers may feel a sense of loss or emptiness. Ever felt that? Also, relationships with partners might change as both individuals navigate midlife transitions. These shifts can leave women feeling disconnected and isolated. Menopause, as we know, is still a topic shrouded in stigma, taboo topic in many cultures, so many women may hesitate to discuss their symptoms or struggles openly, fearing judgment or misunderstanding. This silence can lead to a sense of isolation and that feeling of being invisible. What about the health impact of loneliness? Loneliness can actually worsen menopause symptoms like brain fog, fatigue, and even hot flushes. Prolonged isolation can increase cortisol levels, the stress hormone, and contribute to feelings of anxiety and depression. So now I'd like to share the experience of a person we'll call Laura. Laura, a 50-year-old woman whose journey through menopause really highlights the powerful connection between loneliness and health. Laura had always been a busy, hard-working woman, but as her children grew up and moved out, her social life gradually faded, and she found herself spending more time alone. Around this time, menopause arrived, bringing with it hot flushes, sleepless nights, and perhaps most challenging of all, an unshakable sense of anxiety and stress. What Laura didn't realize was how deeply loneliness was affecting her well-being. Studies actually show that loneliness can worsen stress, disrupt hormonal balance, and even weaken the immune system. For Laura, these effects manifested as worsening anxiety and a growing feeling of isolation. She began to withdraw further, believing that no one could truly understand what she was going through. One evening, scrolling on social media, she came across a local menopause support group. At first, she was hesitant. She worried about being judged or feeling out of place, but her growing anxiety pushed her to take a chance, and that one step turned her life around. In the support group, Laura discovered something she'd been missing: connection. The simple act of sharing her story and hearing others' experiences gave her immediate relief. She realized that her anxiety and stress weren't just in her head, they were deeply tied to her feelings of disconnection. The group also introduced her to practical tools to manage her symptoms: mindful breathing exercises, journaling, and gentle movement. But most importantly, it gave her a sense of belonging. As Laura began nurturing these new friendships and prioritizing self-care, she noticed real change. Her anxiety started to ease, her sleep improved, and she felt less overwhelmed. Today she says that finding this group didn't just help her with menopause, it reminded her of the power of connection in healing both body and mind. Laura's story is a strong reminder of how loneliness isn't just an emotional struggle, it's a health issue. And for women in menopause, finding community can be one of those most transformative steps towards healing. So let's think about reconnecting with yourself and others. First off, self-connection. Try journaling to understand your feelings and triggers for loneliness. Get involved in hobbies or creative outlets that bring you joy and purpose. Start building relationships. Find local or online support groups. This is a good time to remind you of the new private women's health and wellness support group on my website at calmcanvas.co.uk. You're very welcome to join. It's free and it would honestly be great to see you. Second off, reach out to friends or family for regular check-ins. Third, volunteer or join a community group to meet up with people with shared interests. Okay, so this time of year, the season for togetherness can actually worsen loneliness for many women. So try to focus on small, meaningful connections, even if it's a text, a call, or a walk with a neighbour. Here's a little challenge for you. Write down one way you'll connect with someone or yourself this week. Thank you for tuning in to this heartfelt episode of Flourishing in Menopause. Remember, loneliness is a feeling, not a permanent state. With small steps, you can move towards connection and joy. If this episode resonated with you, I'd love to hear your thoughts. You can share them with me on social media or email me your experience and questions. Don't forget to show this podcast some love by buying me a coffee via the link. Every little helps to support this show. Please subscribe and share this episode with a friend who might need to hear this message. Until next time, take care of yourself and keep flourishing.